subscribe WorldWideChels.
I would WorldWideChels.
WorldWideChels.
Subscribe to WorldWideChels.
Thanks for your support.
Yes, people, welcome to another Chelsea live stream. Brentford 2, Chelsea 2. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the win in the West London derby, but at least we didn't lose. I think that's one positive thing that we could say. Mm-hmm. This is the standards that we have to look forward to. We haven't lost today. We're going to try and be as positive as possible. There's a lot of negatives that I do want to get through as well. I'm joining my co-host Sindra, of course, which he'll be giving his thoughts and opinions as always. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification. Tune in single day, comment down below thoughts and opinions. I just want to say very quickly as well, obviously I'm off Twitter and Instagram for a reason that is being investigated by Chelsea Football Club, which I'm awaiting for their response. Once we have come to a conclusion, I'll be putting out a few things and hopefully should be back on social media very soon. So yeah, I apologize for just disappearing. I know a lot of you guys trying to message me, but I'll be back very, very soon. But Sindra, enough of me talking. Talk to me about the game.
Yeah, well, at least, like you said, it's not a loss. Like, if we had lost this game against Brentford, it would have been the first.
From the league, by the way.
They are 15th, so they're 10 points behind us.
Okay, cool. That's fine.
So we are not even 10th. Yeah, we're 11th now in the table.
Wait, we're 11th.
Yeah, we're 11th now. 2 points behind Wolves, 3 points behind Brighton, 4 points behind Newcastle.
Did you see where Todd Bowley is today, by the way? Did you see where he is today? Do you know?
No.
He is at the Bahrain Formula 1 Grand Prix. I saw him.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, well, like you said, at least not lost, because this would have been the first time since like before 1940s, Brentford have done the league double over us. So that's soon, almost 80 years since that. So yeah,
we still haven't lost in March since 2019, which is a very bizarre stat actually. Since 2019 March, I think it was, we have not lost a game in the calendar month.
Well, hopefully we can keep that up with Newcastle next.
we should get a result against Newcastle and Burnley, I think it is as well.
Yeah, Burnley next, yeah.
And then do we have a break or?
I can check. I just saw the picture on my screen, but from the stream, but I can double check.
We've got a comment here saying, I need Poch to be left at Brentford. I'm sure we need many things, my friend. Congrats, boys. We've moved off 10th place. When I read this comment, I thought maybe we went 9th or something, but unfortunately not. It's not looking good.
It's Newcastle and then it's Leicester.
Leicester, yes, in the cup.
Yeah, and then 13 days break until Burnley. And then
we got 13. Wait, sorry, we got a 2-week break.
Yeah, so we play Newcastle on the 11th, and then we play Leicester on the 17th, and then we play Burnley on the 30th of March, and then it's United on the 4th of April.
Great. Okay. I mean, look, I'm sure guys will be okay with 2 weeks off of not seeing sufferable, but I feel like there's always international break coming quite often. But look, let's talk about the game, of course. Nicholas Jackson rounded the goalkeeper and somehow missed Fernando Torres-esque against United.
It wasn't as bad because at least on Nicholas Jackson goal, there's 2 defenders on the line. Torres was 1-on-1, completely alone with the goalkeeper, rounded, I think it was David De Gea, and just missed the goal completely. Jackson's was actually on target. So
fair enough. It wasn't the worst. It wasn't the worst. He always does all the hard things, but doesn't. but he was able to get the goal. Malo Gusto for me is the only player that I feel like is very, very consistent in recent months.
Mhm.
We could talk about Cole Palmer. I was a bit critical of him. Obviously, Sindro will talk about it. He knows what I said about Cole
Yeah,
Palmer. That
yeah,
stays on WhatsApp. That stays on WhatsApp with the
of course, of
national
course.
bench. I was frustrated and annoyed with that chance that he had, but I feel like
Yeah,
Malo Gusto for me just so good. Able to break the press, able to beat his man, able to cross the ball, able to make something happen. I look at the left side, Enzo Fernandez, either lazy, fatigue, I don't know. Chilwell, for me, does nothing. These two guys today, maybe I'm seeing a different game, but especially before Enzo
yeah.
come off, kind of gave up on that
Mm.
left side. And obviously, I think the Chelsea posts were man the match for us today. So
I think
look,
they hit the
it's
post 3 times.
3 times. So look, we have to say we are very, very lucky as well. So look, like I said, Malo Gusto for me is a wonderful player. He's the only guy that I feel like has given
Yeah,
everything. Even players like Cole Palmer, I feel like have dropped off a bit. And
he has, he
maybe
has.
people might disagree with me with that, but Sindri, you know what I said about him, innit? I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
pissed.
of course. It's a big chance that we missed. Though. Of course, I understand what you're saying, and he should have maybe buried it. I
Not
think,
maybe.
yeah, he should have.
You said I'm going to mention what you said on WhatsApp. You said maybe you should have left with Nicholas Jackson. If Nicholas
Yeah,
Jackson got that ball, he would have taken 5 touches and lost the ball.
I
All
think he
Cole
would have
Palmer
just
had to
taken
do,
one touch and just shot.
all Cole Palmer had to do is bring it onto his right foot, one step, hit it.
Yeah,
Goalkeeper standing.
yeah, that's
He won't
true.
do
That's
anything.
true.
But instead,
Nah,
he thought
nah,
it
but
was Messi.
I think if I know if I had a certain player on loan today, I think we would have been more dangerous on the left hand side.
Who?
Ian Matson. Like I know it sounds ridiculous, but Ian Matson is performing now for Dortmund from the left back position. He performed last year for Burnley in the Championship. I know there's a difference between the Championship and Bundesliga and the Premier League, but if we play a three at the back, that's Matson's best position. Of course, I thought it was smaller than it actually is. I don't know how tall he is completely, but
Yeah.
yeah, he would have. I think he would have been like Gusto today. He would have. I can't say because we haven't really seen how he would have performed in this team, but I think he would have actually delivered more of an attacking threat from that left hand side than um,
Then
Chilwell,
Chilwell. Yeah. Yeah.
because it was really one sided today. Like in the way we attacked, we only attacked down the the right hand side, and that's a problem because if we are if we are going to do that, we need to have more movement, because that's something I also felt we lacked today was movement. When we had the ball out wide, every player I saw was just standing still around him. Gusto was just trying to hold the ball. Of course, then it goes backwards.
Yeah.
And that's a
And
problem. We can't keep going backwards every time we are stuck.
yeah, and I felt like Brentford had a game plan where they allowed um, the third defender of Chelsea, which was Disasi on the right side, to able to control the ball and try and come forward. But sorry, but he just Disasi. I don't want to be too rude because obviously he scored the equalizer, but
Yeah, he made
just
up for himself.
he can't create that magic, if you know what I mean. So Brentford
Yeah,
kind of allowed him to have the ball a lot
yeah.
and
So
come
that's
forward,
yeah,
but it was just like, what can Chelsea do? It was too defensive, no
yeah,
attack on the wing, except Gusto maybe tried. Gallagher running in circles, Enzo tired, Palmer. I don't know what
yeah.
it's.
Was afraid of the Gallagher when Gallagher got a yellow card because he can be a little bit reckless at times. I'm glad Caicedo didn't get a yellow card for one of the tackles he had when I think he got the ball, but it also took out Visa. But I felt like Casado played well today. He I've seen, of course, Arsenal fans talking about Declan Rice tackling ability from like difficult angles and stuff like that. Casero can tackle. It reminds me, of course, a lot. Like it's a big comparison, but in some ways, the way he wins the ball reminds me a lot of Conte. Like Conte and him can just, in some ways, just tackle from hard positions, and it's not. It's something you don't predict when they get the ball when they shouldn't. And today he played well. He was really just he was sitting in front of the defense all by himself. Don't forget that. Enzo and Gallagher was pushing forward, left him defending a lot by himself. So, and usually Brentford was, I feel like they were defending with at least nine players, and having like Vissa and Tony up top.
Yeah. I mean, look, it was very, can I say, identical type of.
It was the same. It was the same formation we played.
Everything just felt. Everything just felt the same. I think the draw was maybe the correct result.
Yeah.
Obviously, Brentford will feel like they've been done. They've hit the post 3 times, as you said. I don't know how those chances have not gone in, but they didn't go in.
Yeah, we don't forget we also have some big chances. Of course, the Palmer one, the Jackson one on one, or were around the goalkeeper. Of course, he was off balance, so he didn't connect with the ball right. And the Sterling 1-on-1, which was well created by Jackson. If Sterling would have just tried to lob Flecken, the goalkeeper, I think Mudu could have gotten it, but it's hard to tell. It's hard to see from him because, of course, he didn't have a lot of time because Flecken did a good job closing him down.
Sterling usually doesn't pass, which is a bit shocking. That one time I thought maybe he might outside
try to just, because he sees the goalkeeper coming out, just try and bend it try and bend it when he's rushing out, because then he has to also react while moving, and that's also a little bit harder for him when he's running out and then he needs to dive for the ball. But I think 2-2 is actually a pretty fair result. It was a tight game, so yeah, we haven't played out good in a long time. Of course, Leeds game wasn't that good. We are struggling. I can see
we are struggling massively.
I can see why people want Poch out, but we will have to see what happens if what the board decides, if they have decided that we have had enough of him. But I don't want to have like fire him now and have like, I think it's like 11 games remaining in the league. Yeah, we have 12
There's no
games.
point. Yeah, you're right. There's no point. There's no point.
It's just last season all over again. Fire Pochettino, get an interim manager for the rest of the season, and or whoever, maybe John Terry this time. Whoever.
John Terry, then bring in Mourinho.
But just whoever for interim. I just don't feel like that's the answer, because I don't see how a manager can affect the squad at this certain point.
You know what it is? They've missed too many chances. It's not like we're not creating.
Yeah.
These guys we saw against Liverpool in the Carabao Cup final as well.
Yeah.
Gallagher should have scored. You know, I kind of have forgotten about the game, but I remember Gallagher could have won it.
Yeah, I think he had two, similar to Mount some years ago, had like 2 to 3 really good chances.
Yeah,
but didn't take them.
And then you got people like this guy talking about Nicholas Jackson not good enough. I mean, look, I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle with Nicholas Jackson. I think he's done decent in the first season of his career. Obviously,
Mhm.
underperforming Chelsea, under below average. I feel like he's done well. I think his overall game is decent. It's just unfortunately he hasn't been putting away those chances where he should be putting it away, and this obviously comes from inexperience and as a young kid, of course, and it will take time. I'm not sure if he's the right man to lead the club in the future. We could talk about Haaland, similar age, maybe same age group, who is scoring so many goals with a lot more
Sa-
experience, but a better team
same conversion rate. I just checked Premier League of official website when we're chatting about it. They have both almost hit the target at least 50% of their shots, 49% to be exact. But of course, Haaland have taken like almost 4 times the amount of shots. Haaland has a total of 200 shots, but I think like Nicholas Jackson has like 50 or something like that in total.
that's crazy. What,
And
this season?
yeah, and to be
That's
fair to him, to score like
11.
11, he's on 8 goals this season in the league. Soon 2 goals behind double figures. Let's see if he can hit double figures before he hit double figures in yellow cards.
Yeah, I mean, in all competition though, he's on 11, right?
Yeah. I think
11 goals, 3 assists, I think it was.
yeah,
He scored against in the third round. I remember against Brighton, I think it
yeah,
was. I don't remember the other two though. The other
yeah,
two, Aston Villa in the cup.
yeah, header, yeah,
Yeah. And I don't remember the third one. I can't remember.
yeah, same. But
League
still,
Cup, maybe. I don't know. Forgot.
yeah, no, he scored against Leeds, didn't he? I swear he scored the first goal against Leeds.
Oh, so he had Leeds, Brighton, and Villa, and
And
that means he hasn't scored in the Carabao Cup. No, not Carabao Cup. Yeah, wait, no, Carabao Cup he hasn't scored. Then he's only scored every two.
he scored in all competitions we have been in this season. Brighton in the League Cup, Villa in the League Cup. No, Villa was FA Cup, right?
Villa's FA Cup, Brighton's FA Cup as well.
No, Brighton was League Cup.
So who was in the third round? Emirates. But yeah, he did score against Brighton in the League Cup. I'm getting mixed up.
And against Leeds, but still 11 goals in his first season for Chelsea for a team is pretty good.
Struggling. Yeah.
Yeah, and of course I've seen something on Twitter where he has equaled Havertz and Lukaku's all time, or not all time, but in the league for Chelsea, 11 goals.
That
And
is worrying
yeah,
for our standards.
yeah, I feel Jackson he's not a top elite striker, of course, but he's a decent striker, of course, for 30 million in this day and age. Is good. Whereas we can see like a Victor Gyökeres for Sporting will cost up to 100 million. Victor Osimhen will cost up to 100 million. And I think, if I don't be mistaken, I think
Victor Osimhen, I'm kind of over these signings, guys, man. Until we fix our own issues.
he's like this season. Jackson has only scored 3 less league goals than Victor Osimhen
in the Italian league.
Yeah, like Jackson has 8 goals in the Premier League. Victor Osimhen has 11. Like he's not had the same season like he did last year, of course, where he carried Napoli to a league title, but I think he has also been injured.
You're basically saying we don't need Osimhen.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that
That's what you're saying.
I'm not saying it. I'm just saying it to say that Jackson is a bad striker. If you compare him to a striker we're linked with in this summer, it's like, okay, he scored 3 less goals in the league. Like of course, different leagues. I don't know how many games less or something like that Osman have scored. Of course, he played longer in AFCON. I think he has been out injured. So yeah, but I'm not saying we need another striker. We need a goal scorer. We need a goal scorer.
There really isn't a striker in the market that we could say, yeah, look, Osan's obviously going to have the hype and maybe the future striker that we need. John Obi McKelney's podcast talking about the player would love to move to Chelsea and stuff like that. So maybe, look, Chelsea fan at heart, of course, makes sense, but it's just like Chelsea fans will get excited about the transfer window. I'll get excited about transfer window. We'll do videos, we'll do streams about it. We'll talk about all the gossip. We love it.
Yeah,
Chelsea are the kings of business.
and overpaying and overhyping transfers as well.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's another thing.
But I feel like there isn't really a striker in this transfer market that is a safe bet to say, you know what, if we buy him, he will guarantee us goals. Like, of course, we can say we want, like, I think Victor Osman, of course, could be a guarantee and give us goals. We never know that. I think Victor Gyökeres, of course, if we sack Potter at the end of the season and get the Antorim or whatever his name is from Sporting, I think he would like to that we, instead of buy Osterman, we would buy Gyökeres, because worked with him for a year, doing really well, scoring like 31 goals in 11 and 11 assists in 34 games for them. But that's also a risk, because you never know how he will do with the players you already have. So there's always a risk when we're buying a striker in this transfer window.
Yeah, that's very, very true. We're going to read some of the comments before we wrap up. My screen's gone so funny. I don't know why. Just bear with me. I can never get the screen properly on StreamYard anymore. So annoying. Casado played well, in my opinion. We had Chilwell can't tackle defense. So what's his purpose? I wish
I think he's just struggling after the long-term injury. We know that Chilwell is both. I would say going both ways. Good going both ways, but of course, having a long-term injury will hamper confidence and stuff like that.
Yeah. It's a good question. Didn't we just get the best midfield money can buy? Why we ran to a back three? I mean, look, this was the original plan in the preseason, wasn't it? I saw we played three at the back. Did you play three at the back?
No, all of the games. I think we sometimes played three at the back, and then we played four. I think we usually started with a 4-2-3-1, and then we changed in game and something like that.
That's and we got annoyed. We got annoyed because he didn't play four at the back. I think.
Yeah. The first two of the preseason games, they played three at the back, and then I think Nkunku and stuff got back, and then we played four at the back, and then Nkunku got injured, and then we got and then we reverted back to a three at the back at the start of the season.
Yeah, that's exactly.
And the problem now is we only have Jackson as a striker. Of course, Broja now on loan at Fulham, not even getting game time there. Came on with the last 6 minutes left for Fulham against Brighton. Of course, congratulations to Fulham beating Brighton 3-0.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's a crazy season. Are we doing worse than last season? We are, right? I think we are.
I think we are. I think we at the moment are doing worse than last season.
Yeah. Everyone started the season cheering for the upgrade. 10 out of 10 winner, they said. Deadwood, common players gone. Toxic, Mount, and Havertz finally sold. And by March, we were level.
Hey, we were at this point. We were at this position in the table last year. But Mount maybe would have been played for us because he's injured. Havertz doing okay at Arsenal. Of course, Palmer has outperformed him this season.
That's true as well. Yeah, I would say
And
Palmer. Yeah.
of course, we sold a lot of older players. I will be interesting to see what the owners do in this transfer window or in the summer when it comes to buying players. Are we going to go for more experienced players, or are we going to keep the maximum age at 25?
Yeah. No, it's very, very true. I mean, look, the policy about the 25 under 25 signings, that for me is something that needs to be reviewed and obviously changed, especially if you want to bring in experienced players, maybe two,
Yeah.
three experienced players in the summer. As I said, the only way this will be fixed if you get maybe a top manager in the summer, maybe, if we've got Mourinho in, give him at least 3 to 4 experienced players, because if he was to manage these guys, he would automatically fail.
I think he would just walk out the door after a certain amount of time, because he couldn't be bothered. Because if you look at, of course, yes, the first Mourinho team in 2004 was the youngest average age of any title winning side in the league,
Yeah.
with like 25 years, but we had still like a lot of old players in that team to help. And
Foundations. Yeah.
we need some older players to also try to push these younger players on, and of course keep their heads low and to the ground, and just push them on, because the older players will know that they can't perform the way they are doing now, and accept it. Aspilicueta, I know some players some fans didn't rate him as a captain, but Aspilicueta would never have let this happen as a captain to this club. Like, some players set the standards, but I feel like we don't have the players we don't have the players anymore to set the standard that we from the club that we once were under Roman. Like, every single player that could have set the standard and set the bar high is gone. It's a new regime, a new team, and these players need to set the standards, but they aren't at the moment.
Yeah, no, it's very, very true. I mean, look, we'll wrap it up there. Half an hour stream on the Brentford 2-2 draw. Unfortunately, guys, we couldn't get the win today. But yeah, who we got next? We got Newcastle, right?
Newcastle next.
No, the weekend, the following Monday, actually.
Yeah, Monday, and then the next Sunday we got Leicester in the FA Cup. So hopefully we can. I think, and that's also at home. So hopefully we can go there and proceed to the semi-final of the FA Cup.
Yeah,
And
no, it's true.
maybe try and push for an FA Cup finish. Of course, it would be annoying if we lose to Leicester, but I have faith that we at least are more motivated in those cup runs than we are in the league. Like, of course, we can finish bad in the league, but still, we can still win the FA Cup. We just have to believe in the players, and sometimes they just perform better in the cup.
Until we play Liverpool in the final again and lose to 17.
I hope United beat them. I'm actually rooting for United. I'm actually rooting for United in that game. If United can beat them, we don't have to repeat 4 trophies in a row to Liverpool if we get to the final.
Yeah, imagine that. Guys, listen, thank you for all tuning in. Much appreciated. Thank you, Sindri, for joining me today. We'll be back for Newcastle. It'll be quite a late one. I think around 11 p.m. your time, 10 p.m. my time. So we shall see you guys very soon. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, and hit the notification. And we'll see you guys very soon. Peace.